Homework 20 and question 3. So we've got a histogram that summarises the times in minutes that 200 people spent shopping in the supermarket. So part A is nice and straightforward. It says give a reason to justify the use of a histogram to represent each data. And it's just a simple reason, and that is time is continuous. That's part B. So given that 40 people spent between 11 and 21 minutes shopping in the supermarket, estimate the number of people that spent between 18 and 25 minutes shopping in the supermarket. So this looks rather complicated because it's two different blocks on the histogram that are being split up. However, now they're given that 40 people spent between 11 and 21 minutes. So if you have a look at the 11 to 21 on your graph, we know that's 200 squares. So we count the squares, that's 200 squares. And we know that represents 40 people now. So imagine that 200 squares represents 4 people. Well, 5 squares must represent 1 person. And that's how we're going to tackle this. So if we look at 18 to 21, because obviously that's one bar that we can work with, that'll be 21 minus 18 times 20. Because obviously we've got 20 like rows, effectively. And then of course what we've got then is we're looking at 21 to 25. We're looking at 18 to 25, but we'll split the two histograms up. So what we can do there is 25 minus 21, and this time we're going to times it by 30 because obviously it's going up to 30 on the histogram. Work this out, we're going to have 60 plus 120, which is 180 squares altogether. And of course we want to work out how many people and estimate how many people, so all we do there is 180 divided by 5. That will mean that there's 36 people. So part C, we want to estimate the median time spent shopping in a supermarket by these 200 people. So what I've actually done is I looked at their histogram and I made like a frequency table. Just like what we've done here, you divide by 5, you count how many squares there are, divide by 5 to get how many people. I've done that with all these. Don't necessarily have to do this, but it's just to help the people that are possibly struggling with this topic. So what I've done is a nice frequency table, and I've done a cumulative frequency, so then of course we can use linear interpolation. Now because there's 200 people, we're after the 100th value. And where the 100th value be? Well, that's 40 in there, 70 in there, so it's going to lie in the 26 to 31 category. Now if you have a look at the difference between the groups, upper bound's 26 there, lower bound's 26 there, so we know we're going to start here at 26. And we'll go up to 31. Of course, between 26 and 31, you've got 70, the 70th value up to the 106th. Of course, we're after the 100th, which is probably about here. So again, the joys of interpolation, we're just going to do 26 plus 100 minus 70 all over 106. Minus 70 times by 5, that'll give us 26 plus 6, and that'll give us 30.2 to 3 significant figures. So part D. The midpoint of each bar is represented by X and a corresponding frequency by F. So we've got to show that the sum of f of x is 6,390. So what I've done is, from our original grouping, where we had 11 to 21, etc., 21 to 26, I found the midpoint of each, and of course we've got a frequency, and then we're going to work this out. So in order to find the sum of f of x, it's just going to be 16 times 40 plus 23.5 times 30, 28.5 times 36, plus 33.5 times 40, plus 38.5 times 14, plus 46 times 20, and last but not least 51 times 20. So we type that all into calculator. That will give you 6,390. Okay, so given that the sum of f of x squared is 238,430. For part E, we want to calculate estimates for the mean. Now, what we've done in the previous question was we worked out the sum of f of x. Now, the mean is simply the sum of f of x over n. So that'll just mean 6,390 divided by our n, which was 200, and that will give us 31.95. And then part 2 of E, obviously we're after the standard deviation. So again we just do the square root, sum of f of x squared over n, minus the sum of f of x over n all squared. So in order to do this, we're going to have square root 238,430 over 200 minus 31.95 squared. So that sum of f of x n is just the mean, effectively. And if we put that into a calculator, you'll get 13.09 to 2 decimal places.